Mace brought me to the Ruban to see this comedian. I remember he used to scratch his head, and I think the first line I ever heard Don Adams was, says, "Excuse me if I appear a little nervous and upset, but today's my anniversary. I've been broke for 10 years. Oddly enough, it's the same time I've been married, you know." And I thought, gee, this guy is good. But then he did this impression of William Powell. "There's your man, Inspector. A liar, a cheat, a thief, and a homicidal maniac. But he's my son, and I love him." So I fell in love with that sound. I started writing specifically for that voice and that attitude. And there was an amazing amount of stuff that came out of that repertoire. I mean, very early, the "Would You Believe" thing came many years before "Get Smart." I mean, out of the British in India was Don playing all the parts, and he played. It was like a send-up of Four Feathers and the Bengal Lancers and all that. Said, what the hell was it? I can't do the whole thing because of my voice, but he'd do an impression of C. Aubrey Smith doing that. And some of the narration was word for word from the original. "War was war in my day, sir. I mean, we're men. Take the case of the younger Faversham. Splendid family background. Father cut to bits in Khartoum. Grandfather torn to shreds by the Fuzzy Wuzzy. Splendid family background. Man comes to me paralyzed with fear. The younger Faversham. I can't face those guns," he says to me. I looked at the man in my own silly way and said, "Would you rather face me, sir?" Well, sir, he bolted into those guns just as the barrage started. And when the smoke had cleared, there was Faversham. There was Faversham, bit of Faversham over there. He said, come, pull yourself together." It was just delicious type of takeoff. The other stuff spun off of the what we call The Voice, was the William Powell impression. And then we wrote The Defense Attorney, and that just knocked Steve Allen out. We did it on The Tonight Show. And that's when I said, oh, I love it. As a performer, I was always frightened to death until we got on stage, and then I want to stay there forever. But I hated the fear of performing. Writing the stuff and then standing, massaging the boxer's shoulders and saying, "Go in there and go get him." That was for me, and that's when I started being a writer.